Alright guys, I'm finally getting to this. We're going to look at a word problem here and how system of equations can play a big part in solving a word problem. And I'm going to add systems of equations, a little bit of application. So I'm going to look at a problem here. I'll let you read it. You can hit pause. That way I'm not killing a whole bunch of time. So hit pause, and then after you get it wrote down, let's go back to it. Alright, so looking at this problem gives you pieces of information that you need to use in order to solve. Alright, so let's look at the first thing I know. The admission fee at a small fair is $1.50 for children and $4 for adults. Okay, so I'm going to write that down somewhere, and you can use a variable. Let's go C for children. Kind of makes logical sense. And let's go A for adults. Alright. Now, on a certain day, 2,200 people enter the fair, and $5,050 is collected. So I'll use a different color here and highlight those pieces. And the question's simply asking how many children, how many adults attended. Okay, that is our question. That's not the number 2, that is a question mark. Okay, pretty ugly. So what we need to do is we need to write some equations here. The first thing I'm going to base off is how many people total went on this certain day. Okay, so if I have 2,200 people, and I can quote Miss Wessel, people, I can set up an equation. Well, I know C stands for children, A stands for adults. What I want to do is simply write C number of children plus A number of adults, I know equal 2,200 people that certain day. Okay, well, what else do I know? Alright, now that I'm back, we've already set up our first equation. Now we need to look at the price point. How much money was made on that certain day? $5,050. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a second equation and write down the price. It ain't about the money, money, money. Alright, then this equation is going to be set up a little bit different. We have to look at the cost for each child and the cost for each adult. Now I know for a child it was $1.50, so I can write $1.50 C, plus for an adult it was $4, so $4 per adult. Now I have two equations to work from. And, gang, you can do just about anything you want. Any method will work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first equation, and I can choose any variable I want to get by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get C by itself. So what I would have to do is take box and line it. Something a very wise teacher once taught me, Mr. Bradford. What am I doing? I want to minus A to both sides. And I get C equals 2,200 minus A. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use substitution and, plug and chug into the second equation. Here's C. I know what C equals. It's not pretty, but that's what it equals. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically plug and chug 2,200 minus A in for C. So that gives me this. Alright. Now look what happened. We got rid of C in one of the equations. The only variable I have now to work with is A, which is nice. Okay. Trying to be funny, but it don't work all the time. Then I can distribute out, get rid of my parentheses. I'll change a different color. So let's go $1.50 times 2,200, which would be, I'm going to just type it in so I know I'm right. 3,300. Wow, really? Minus $1.50 times -1a is that right there. Now, if you notice, the only variable I have is, so, we're going to be able to find the number of adults first. So, bring this down. Guys, you're back in Algebra 1 now, just solving the equations. So I can bring this down. Negative 150 plus 450, that's going to be plus 250. And I'm just going to shut up and do it. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos somewhat. Hopefully these go viral. That's kind of dumb. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to subtract the 50/50 minus 3,300 real quick. Because I've had one of those days. So I got $2.50 A equals 1750. Box and line it. Oh. I want to be fair, do both sides. And go ahead and find the number of adults. So we should end up with 700 adults. Now, once you find this number, okay, we could easily go back to this equation right here, C equals 2,200 minus A, which that's what I'm going to do. And I can find the number of children, because it wants to know, basically, how many of each I had. So plug and chug. Alright. Now, I get the number of children, which at a fair would probably make more sense. That you had more children than adults at the fair. We should get 1,500. Alright? Alright, guys. Take care.